November 1922. In Egypt's Valley of the Kings, archaeologists made a discovery that would change history.
Howard Carter peered into a sealed tomb, untouched for over 3,000 years.
What he saw took his breath away. Gold. Everywhere.
A blow from behind. Perhaps from someone he trusted. Horemheb.
Inside lay the mummy of a teenage pharaoh, wearing the most famous artifact in history.
King Tutankhamun ruled Egypt at just 9 years old. By 19, he was dead.
For decades, scientists have asked one question: how did he die? In 2005, cutting-edge technology gave us our first real clues. To understand his death, we must first understand his life. A life that began in chaos.
Born in 1341 BCE, Tutankhamun entered a world torn apart by religious revolution.
His father, Akhenaten, had abandoned Egypt's ancient gods for one deity, the sun disk, Aten.
The powerful priests of the old religion were furious, their wealth and power stripped away.
Born into this turmoil was a baby prince, originally named Tutankhaten, living image of Aten.
But Tutankhamun was frail, born with a clubfoot and genetic defects from royal inbreeding. When Tutankhamun was just 9 years old, his father died. Egypt's throne was his.
A was ambitious, cunning, and had waited decades for power. Some say too ambitious.
Then there was General Horemheb, a military hero who believed he deserved the throne.
At 10, Tutankhamun married his half-sister Ankhesenamun. Both were pawns in a political game.
9 years later, Tutankhamun had matured, but his health was failing.
Despite his disabilities, he tried to prove himself, hunting, pushing.
Then came the accident. A chariot crash that shattered his leg. The break was severe, bone protruding through skin. In ancient Egypt, this was a death sentence.
But in the desert heat, infections set in. His body was fighting a battle it couldn't win.
But others were watching.
Waiting.
As the king weakened, vultures circled. Were they simply concerned advisors? Or were they hastening his death?
Some historians believe he was poisoned. A few drops to finish what the infection started.
On a winter night in 1323 BCE, Tutankhamun, Lord of the Two Lands, breathed his last.
Ankhesenamun was now alone, a widow.
In desperation, she wrote to Egypt's greatest enemy, the Hittite king.
The Hittite prince was sent, but he never reached Egypt, assassinated on the road.
Within months, Ankhesenamun was forced to marry A. He became pharaoh. She vanished from history.
For nearly a century, scientists have been investigating. Technology advances, theories evolve.
The first X-ray in 1968 revealed skull fragments. Evidence of a blow to the head?
Loose bone fragments at the skull's base. For years, this was called murder. Then, in 2005, a CT scan with 1,700 images revealed something new.
The skull fragments weren't from a murder. They were damaged from the mummification process.
The real evidence was in his leg, a compound fracture days before death, leading to septic shock. DNA analysis revealed he carried multiple genetic diseases. His parents were brother and sister. Clubfoot, cleft palate, spine curvature, weakened immune system. He was a genetic time bomb. And the final blow, malaria. DNA evidence shows he had it multiple times.
The most likely scenario? A tragic accident. A frail king trying to prove himself.
Broken leg leads to infection. Malaria weakens his body further. Septic shock shuts down his organs.
Not murdered by ambitious men, but killed by his own fragile body and terrible luck.
Today, millions visit him every year. A boy king who died young, but achieved immortality.